to the computer. Great. Welcome to our first annual business meeting for the Alpha Beta Chi chapter. We will start off with a very brief quote for our reflection. And I found this quote by Margaret Mead, and it resonated with me because it really says a lot about our chapter in this first year as a group. It's never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. And I'm sure you've said a million times, but I just really thought it resonated with our group this year. I'm going to share my screen and bring up our slides. Just bear with me. Okay. Yep. Great. So, well, with that, we will get started. And actually, before we get started, let's do some quick introductions. I am the current president, Dr. Daria Waszak, and currently through this month a member of the faculty and associate dean in graduate nursing. And I'll hand it off to Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric Wignall. I'm the current vice president of Alpha Beta Chi. I am also a newly hired adjunct faculty member with Felician University. I am also a very proud alumni of both BSN and MSN programs at Felician University. I will turn it over to Michelle.
Hello, my name is Michelle Gilbert. I am currently the secretary of Alpha Beta Chi, and I am faculty at Felician University. I'll turn it over to Mary Claire. Mary Claire will take a moment and unmute her phone.
Thank you for your patience. Thanks, Michelle. My
Welcome.
name is Mary Claire Smith. I am the Leadership Succession Committee Chair, and I am the Director for the Nursing Resource and Simulation Center at Felician University, and also an alumnus of the graduate program. And I will turn it over to Jasmine Garces.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jasmine Garces King. I am also an alumni of the Accelerated BSN program, so dating myself a little while back there, and also serve as faculty here at Felician. I'm also currently the governance committee chair with our chapter. I'll turn it over to Marissa.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marissa Cruz. I currently serve as a member of the Leadership Succession Committee with Sigma, and I am with Felician, and I'm happy to say that I am to be the director of the BSN and the ABSN program. Who should I turn over to? Let me see. Amy, I'll turn it over to Amy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Giordano. I'm the faculty counselor for Alpha Beta Chi, and I'm a faculty member as well at Felician. And I think we got everyone, right? Jan? Jan, you're my
Hi, everyone. I'm Janice Rama. I'm a full-time faculty member at Felician, and I'm also a newly elected Leadership Succession Committee person. Is that right? I hope that I got the title right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, great.
Yes.
So looking forward to working with everybody.
And Dr. Correa just joined. We are just going through introductions. Do you mind just popping quick, very briefly introducing yourself if you're able to put the audio on?
There it is. There it is. Hi. Hello. I'm Helena Correa. I'm over in Felician University in the undergrad BSN program.
Great. Thanks for joining. That's great. Is there anyone else we missed? No. Okay, great. I'm going to start our presentation. Let's see if my slides can progress. There we go. So we just went through our reflection and introductions, and we'll be handing it off to Eric Wignall to go over his experience at the biennial convention last fall. We'll get some updates from all those different areas listed and then go over this closing year strategic plan and next year's strategic plan. So with that, I will hand it over to Eric.
All right, so last November, I had the esteemed privilege of representing Alpha Beta Chi and Felician University at the biennial convention. So for those that are unaware, Sigma is required in their bylaws to hold a biennial convention every 2 years. And so being that this was the first one, having come out the other side of COVID and the pandemic, this was our first in-person convention. And so there was a lot of excitement about that. It was held in San Antonio, Texas, which if you've never been, it is a gorgeous place to visit. We were right along the Riverwalk, right across the street from the convention center. So it was very, very convenient. And it was really a great opportunity just to really get out there and network with nurses. I had attended a number of sessions where further discussions about things in our nursing practice that we were doing, things that hospitals were doing. I shared some of the things that my hospital does. I work for Penn Presbyterian Medical Center here in Philadelphia as part of Penn Medicine. I learned what other hospitals were doing and shared with my staff and colleagues. So it was really just one of those great opportunities to network. Of course, being a nursing convention, there was tons of swag. There was a gift bag. There was, you know, pins, buttons, the whole 9 yards. And so that was always great. But it was also really nice because I got an opportunity to meet up with our Region 14 colleagues. And so we actually had scheduled a meeting following one of the delegation sessions. And so it was really nice to put faces to names of people that I've heard about in our region. And we really just sort of discussed upcoming events, lecture series, things like that. And then one of the most important things that we were there for was to vote for our next board members, essentially. So we voted for our new president, Sandra Bibb. I'm sorry, she was promoted. We voted for the next president, who her name is Liz. I'm forgetting her last name at the moment, but she's actually from England. So we have an international representation, which I think is great. It was really a great experience being in the House of Delegates with over 620 Sigma chapters being represented. I was sitting next to the delegation from the Ivory Coast in their wonderful garments and their enthusiasm, which was very infectious. And it was really just a great opportunity to see how Sigma really supports nursing, really supports the future generation of nurses. And so it was really, it was really a privilege to be a part of that. Daria was also our virtual delegate, which was a great experience. So we kind of split the experience. She had the virtual and I had the in-person. And so I just think it was really a great opportunity. In that photo there, you can see myself with Claire Rabolo, who is a member of Mu Theta at large, but also a alumni. Gloria Chan is our regional director, and then Sister Patricia, who was also there with the Mu Theta at large group. So just really a great opportunity. And so if you have an opportunity to attend the biennial convention, I would definitely highly recommend it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eric. And this slide on membership, I'll hand over to our faculty counselor, Amy Giordano.
Okay, everyone. So we currently have 147 members, active members. Our acceptance rates from 2023 and 2024 were very similar, as you can see. We had 53 in 2023. We had 8 nurse leaders that were inducted. And then we had 22 transfers or dual memberships that were added, which was great. This past April, April 11th, we had our 2024 inductees. Numbers were very similar. Acceptance rates for 2023 were 65%. And 2024 was 62%, with the numbers pretty much being similar. We just had less nurse leaders this time, but a lot of transfers, which was nice. So that is kind of where we're at. So I think we're doing really, really well with membership. You know, students really seem to be very excited, and you know, it's lovely to see.
Thank you. And our treasurer could not make it, so I'll cover for Dr. Patricia Muno. So over this first year as a new chapter, we this sounds like an easy check, but it was more complicated or more trying than you could imagine. But we opened a checking account, so we had we needed that to get started. Obviously, we did receive some funds from our split from the Nu Theta at-large chapter. And then our total revenue from chapter dues in 2023 was $1,200. Our total expenses to date, $11,359.50, and our current balance, $12,190.50. And the grid on the right shows some of shows a sort of a summary of our expenses so far. We had some initial expenses that we don't expect to repeat, like the chartering fee, and some investments such as our step repeat sign that our students, our newly inducted members love taking photos in front of. We do need to save and plan to spend more for the biennial convention next year, since that's an every other year expense. So this just gives an overview of kind of how things look as far as our budget for the chapter so far. And we are part of the New Jersey Consortium. We just paid those fees, mailed that out today, so we can continue to be involved with all the region, with the other chapters who are part of this consortium, which is great. And I'll hand it over to Dr. Garces King.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Wambach. So as highlighted, we've, so far I've had a really fruitful first year with our chapter, which is really exciting for us. As far as governance is concerned, we created our mission, our vision, values, and strategic plan, which will be highlighted a bit towards the latter part of our presentation today. We were able to obtain our plaque, a charter, and a logo, and had our board members appointed. And our mission, which you can see highlighted here, is to really develop nurse leaders at our Felician University School of Nursing and its healthcare community. The values for our chapter are those of scholarship, service, dignity, ethics and respect, diversity, equity and inclusion, and connectedness and solidarity. As far as, and you can see a nice little picture there of our plaque and charter. As far as the bylaws, we did revise the bylaws, and committee chairs can vote. And then as far as new policies that were enacted, we created a membership award, a scholarship award. We have a travel reimbursement policy for those that may be attending different activities related to our chapter and Sigma at large. Also created a nurse leader approval process and outlined a communication plan. So it's been, again, a pretty busy and fruitful year thus far.
Great, thank you. And Dr. Gilbert, our secretary.
Hello. So we've communicated through various forums. We established a forum for the internal board communications. We use Teams. We held monthly board meetings. We posted minutes for members across the Sigma Circle library. We have our webpage on the Felician website, and we have a webpage on Sigma Circle. We share via email and the Circle all announcements. We also have a presence on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. We have a YouTube channel. We have a store where you can come buy our stuff with our partnership with Scrubbing. And we created a chapter newsletter. We also, as Eric talked about, we had a few collaborations, and we went out and we collaborate them on a few activities. So we did the New Jersey Consortium. We collaborate with Mood Theta at Large chapter. Did we collaborate with the blood donation for the Mood Theta chapter?
Yes.
We also collaborated with the Felician Nursing Association, the National Marrow Donation Program, and the Scrub and collaboration for our store so that you can buy our merchandise.
And that photo there is from one of the events for the consortium early on in fall.
These are some of the programs that we were a part of: the Sigma Rising Star Scholarship and Research, and a few of us attended the Sigma Virtual Mini Academy for Global Advocacy. We did a charity walk, toy drive. Our students and a few of the Sigma, our students and the Sigma members went on United Nations tour. We participated in a blood drive and again, the research symposium. We did a lot. We were very busy. We also did webinars. Oops. We also did webinars. Daria did a how to write a paper in September. We did a webinar on pathways to excellence in nurse leadership in January. We also did tips for scholarly publication in March. And we also had a leadership retreat with the BSN students in April.
Okay, and passing it over to Mary Claire Smith.
Okay, thank you. So we held our first election in this past spring of 24. We distributed the call for nominations and our ballot by email to our membership. And our results were presented to the ABC Sigma board and approved at our last meeting. And the results of our election are here. So Eric Wignall will serve as president-elect for a one-year term. Congratulations to Eric. And welcome to Janice Rama, who will be joining the Leadership Succession Committee for a two-year term. And thank you and welcome to Janice. And Heather Usello has agreed to accept a two-year term for the Governance Committee. So our vacant positions were filled in that election. When Eric moved to the president-elect, that will create a vacancy for the vice presidency, which will be appointed by the board according to our bylaws. And just a final welcome on behalf of the Leadership Succession Committee and the ABC board. Welcome to all our ABC Sigma board members. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary Claire, also Marissa, for your work on this election. And welcome. Well, Eric, you're already here, but welcome to Janice Rama and also Heather. We're glad to have you. So the last couple of slides go over our strategic planning. So this slide is going over kind of the year we're just closing out. And at the top, there are some aims that kind of guide how we choose to spend our time and that are in alignment with our mission. So the first aim is to promote the scholarship and leadership of Felician students in its nursing community. The second aim, promote participation and engagement of all chapter members in our activities. And the third, to ensure fiscal viability and growth of the new chapter, certainly important as a new chapter to focus on that as well. So these three aims are kind of summarized in these blue bubbles. And below, we've captured some of those activities that, some of which we've already mentioned that we've accomplished over the year. So for scholarship and leadership, we held two webinars. We created a scholarship award and we held a leadership retreat. So that all fed into scholarship and leadership. For engagement, we did publish about our new chapter in the New Jersey Nurse publication we put out by NJSNA. We created websites as Dr. Gilbert described, one on the Felician website and one through the Circle. We've created a membership involvement position that's currently filled by Dr. Carlene Graham. We've developed a communication plan to sort of memorialize how we want to communicate with our members and among and internally. And we also conducted a membership survey and tried to understand what our members would like to see next year. So that all fed into engagement. And for our third aim, fiscal strength, as we mentioned, we are very proud that we opened a bank account and appointed a board. We held our first election. And we promoted the chapter out to get excitement and awareness of our chapter through different, we have press releases and just among our faculty to our students and different conversations and opportunities to describe Sigma. We inducted 52 new student members and 8 nurse leaders just this past April. And we started one fundraising initiative with regard to our chapter gear. And for next year, we added an aim. So the fourth aim that we added is to engage in health advocacy activities. So for next year, we plan to hold at least one webinar on health advocacy. That goes into scholarship and leadership, and it also goes into health advocacy. To participate in the Rising Stars of Scholarship and Research program that we participated in last year, which was great. We didn't even know about it, so it wasn't part of our plan, but it came up and we were happy to participate and involve our nominator students and support them in participating in this. We're planning to launch a leadership intern program next year. Very excited about that. And we'll be issuing awards and scholarship membership and for chapter leaders. So we'll have some new awards that we'll be planning to just create next year. For engagement, we're going to just continue to follow our communication plan as far as we're communicating. We're going to promote chapter visibility and create new member and new leader orientations. And for fiscal strength, we're going to continue to hold elections as needed to fill our positions. And our plan is to induct at least 52 members next year, which seems like a pretty good aim given our last 2 years, and at least 2 nurse leaders, so we can grow from only having 1 last year to expand that. Launch a membership campaign to raise awareness and excitement for the induction, and also to run a fundraising campaign. And finally, our new aim, health advocacy. We supported 3 members. This just happened this month. 3 of our members completed the Sigma Mini Academy on Global Advocacy. And those members will be coming and sharing their projects with our chapter so we could decide how we can support them and continue to share those out next year. And that will be what our health advocacy initiative will be. So we're going to more on that to come next year. We're going to hold a charity walk, a blood drive again, a national marrow donation program event again, along with the blood drive. Hold a coat drive, launch a volunteer program, which kind of connects a lot of these initiatives. And then if we can host another United Nations visit next year, that would be fantastic as well. That went really well. So very busy previous year and another busy year ahead. We would like to submit for the keyword for the first opportunity we'll have will be at the end of next year in May of 25 or June. And we're excited to do that. And that is the conclusion of our business meeting. And I would like to mention before we stop the recording that if you're a new member or even a member that has been added and you've been a member for a while, just make sure the email that you prefer is what's listed in the Sigma Nursing website, because as a new member, you might have your Felician email there. We want to make sure we can continue to connect with you. So please be sure to go to the profile and update your email to your preferred personal email. So that way we don't lose that connection with you moving forward. Are there any questions or anything else that I missed that any of the board members want to add? Yes. Mary Claire?
Thank you. I just wanted to add briefly that in our election, we did have one open position that was not filled. And so that will be for our social media ambassador. There were no eligible entries. for that role. So we'll be looking for a social media ambassador. We invite any members who may be interested to please reach out and contact one of us to let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from the board? Or from members? Any questions? Great. Well, we're looking forward to an exciting second year as a chapter and enjoy the summer break. But we'll be meeting again in August, and we'll be in touch with our members then at that time. Thank you so much.
Everybody.